Today I want to talk about why you are not losing weight. Even if you're doing all the right things, you just don't seem to lose that extra kilos, that extra little fat, maybe around your hips or around your tummy. And that is a really important thing that I'm mentioning. It's losing weight, but do we really want to lose weight? No, we actually want to lose fat. We definitely do not want to lose our muscles. I'm gonna walk you through what actually works for me, how I became leaner, and not just by losing weight, but at the end losing fat. And then most important, by syncing it with my hormones and making a few powerful shifts along the way. Let's start with fasting, because I know that intermittent fasting has been a very hot topic. I come from experience where I almost was fasting every single day. And as a woman, fasting every day is definitely not the ideal thing that I'm recommending to you right now. Because when you're fasting as a woman, it actually can mess up your hormones. There's an amazing book called Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Pels. So I highly recommend to read that. But most of all, just to summarize it, I was fasting every single day. And what I learned from this book, that you should sync your fasting with your menstrual cycle. So fasting with your cycle means that the first 14 days you do not have your periods, so you can fast the normal 12 up to 18 hours. During your actual ovulation phase, you can reduce the amount of fasting by just 12 hours. That's literally like you have your dinner at 12, and then if you wake up by 7, you have your dinner by 7, and if you wake up the next day by 7, you can just have your first meal. So that's just a simple 12-hour fast. And during these days so let's say the days between 15 and 28 days, you can eat more, because that's probably what your body is striving anyway. You feel like you're more hungry, you feel that you can eat more. So fantastic, use that. And again, shorten these fasts. During your actual menstrual phase, you do not have to fast. You should take more rest and just enjoy the food. Don't be too extreme with, okay, I need to be in any type of calorie deficit, or I need to be very restricted with my workout. This is in a way, a time to give your body a reset. So this is something super crucial, that fasting as a woman is completely different than fasting as a man. Then part 2 is the essential in terms of the micronutrient, which is protein. Protein is key for our body to lose weight or to lose that extra fat. Let's say you weigh around 60 kilos. That means that you need at least a minimum of 120 grams of protein on a daily basis. If you're counting in pounds, let's say you're 200 pounds, then you need at least that amount of protein. This is something so easy to measure, but it's so essential, because most people out there are not consuming enough protein. Quick examples: eggs, beef, fish, cottage cheese, protein powder, yogurt, collagen. It helps you to stay fuller for longer. It helps you to activate your metabolism. It supports your muscle. And not only is it important for your muscle, but it actually helps you to tone up and lose fat, which is crucial if you want to lose fat. So it's very interesting. Up the protein, but also up to healthy fats. As women, we need fat to thrive. It is fantastic for our hormones. Third part is to stop relying fully on cardio. The moment I made the switch by adding actual weight training, lifting weights, and just having like a walk for my cardio, or just having a nice yoga session or a Pilates session as my cardio, I realized that I was actually becoming more toned than back in the days when I was doing all these HIIT workouts. So lifting weights and doing a few times per week some nice hikes or a nice walk. Actually, if you can walk every day, fantastic. If you're able to walk to your nearest coffee shop to do some grocery shopping, just having these steps in, that's fantastic to tone up and to get leaner. Because weight training actually builds lean muscle, which helps your body to burn more fat in general. So that's fantastic. And then cardio, like walking, is really low impact, which is fantastic for some stress reduction. And it helps a lot with inflammation as well. Then be cautious about the hidden sugars. Your favorite matchas, your favorite lattes, your favorite fruit smoothies, your oat milk, coffee in the morning, whatever it is, maybe even your protein bars, it can cause your blood sugar and can actually totally stall progress. Sneaky sugar bombs could be a oatmeal latte, banana dates smoothies, banana bread, flavored protein shakes, flavored protein bars, granola bars. So simple swaps you can make is just to go for a protein shake that has minimal ingredients, that doesn't have any artificial sweeteners, that is low in carbohydrates in general. So instead of going for these fruity smoothies, go for a protein shake. Instead, go for like making sure your shake is actually high in protein rather than high in sugars from the fruits. Making sure that you will go for any unsweetened milk rather than going for an oat milk. These small changes can already do a big thing. And I said oatmeal because that is a very, very high sugary milk. So I would recommend to go for an unsweetened nut milk instead. If you can tolerate milk, go for a full fat milk instead. And definitely skip all the syrups in these lattes, because that's kind of like hidden sugars, and you want to actually eat your, food that is actually making you full rather than having a shake and stuff, because it's just a drink. You can sip it in a second and it's not really satisfying, so it's not filling, and you will probably eat more afterwards, but still you will have so much calories already in you. Then the other part I want to mention is to sleep. And that sounds so simple, and probably if you have heard this so much, but I cannot empathize it the most. The moment I started focusing on having at least 7 hours plus of sleep, that is when my body also started to change. And I saw this in my body physiques, I saw this in my energy, and it's super important to make sure that it's something like it's just your number one thing, either to prioritize sleep than overtraining. I would always focus more on making sure you have enough sleep. Because if you're not sleeping at least 7 hours, so I would say you need like at least, if you can have the time, sleep up to 9 hours, fantastic. Because if you don't, your hunger hormones, they go crazy and your body will hold on fat. Make sure you have your screens off early. So let's say if you want to go back to bed by 10, make sure that around 9 all the screens are off. Maybe you're just reading a book before. Having some magnesium before you go to bed also does wonders. And having a kind of like a wind down routine. So by 9, or maybe you go to bed by 11, whatever that time is, have this type of routine. Like, okay, 1 hour before, I already start to have a shower before I remove my makeup. I have a book, I will read a book, I will have my tea. Having this kind of routine on a daily basis is something that it becomes a habit for you. So it's kind of like out of a question, you just do it constantly, and you will make sure that at the end of the day, the next day, you have these hours in which you will feel not only fantastic, you will feel that it's helping with your weight loss goals, and also the people around you will see a more fun, happier person. Going back to the fat, because I want to kind of like dedicate also this part on fat. Healthy fats are essential for women. Our hormones are made of fat, so we need fat to thrive. Because if we do only low fat, it will create hormonal chaos. We will feel inflamed. We will not have like these very good signs of hunger cues. We will maybe at 4 o'clock, we will feel that we need an extra coffee. We are not able to lose that extra weight. I was working with a client since the last 3 weeks. We started working together, and we just made sure to have extra fat in her diet, and she lost weight. And she was like, how is it possible? Because I'm actually eating more and I'm feeling way more full because of the fat, and I'm actually dropping. It's because your hormones needed it. So I will highly encourage you to do the same. Healthy fats, avocados, ghee, butter, tallow, meat, of course, fish has also healthy fats, egg yolks, olive oil. Really, it helps so well with our hormones. And whenever I see breakouts happening on my skin, whenever I feel way more inflamed, I know, okay, probably I'm stressed, probably I'm not sleeping enough, probably I'm not eating enough protein and healthy fats. Another thing about healthy fats is that it stabilizes your blood sugar, so that's fantastic and it will keep you full. So these were my tips to get you ready for summer, but also most important, to make a complete lifestyle change, because we do not just want to have a quick fix and change it just for a summer body. No, this is something that we want to maintain to feel happy and to thrive as an individual. If you're dealing with losing that extra weight, or if you're dealing with things that you want to work on a one-to-one coaching way, I would love to help you. You can book a free consultation with me I will put the link here in the show notes. Here, think of diet, think of mindset that we can work on, and think of improving your relationship. This is something that I would love to help you with. Then I want to thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you for watching.